Hey guys, how you doing? In today's video, we're going to be spectating some random solo players in Warzone, and I thought for this episode we do a special on movement, just to sort of focus on what these players are doing, how they're moving, how they could improve their movement, and maybe some tips that you could use to improve your movement. This guy landed just below the TV station, and it appears to be relatively hot. The plane came across the top of the map like this, so the top half of the circle will probably be quite contested. In terms of this guy's movement, he seems to be just running around, doesn't have any slide cancelling. He slid there, but no slide cancelling. I mean, he hasn't gotten into engagement yet, so it's quite hard to tell how good his movement is, but most sort of higher level players tend to do a fair amount of slide cancelling just anyway, just sort of as muscle memory and practice it as you're moving around. Right, he's going to be getting on the roof now. There's plenty of fighting around him, and someone is doing the zombies up here. Right. Oh, he sees someone. Is he going to take a pot shot? Yes. Right. Oh, that was a nice hit. And sniped. What was that from the roof across the way? That's not particularly surprising as we're focusing on movement. He wasn't moving there, and that makes you a very easy sniper target. Right, let's see what that guy is doing. Yeah, I assume this was the guy that killed him. LC-10 and probably a secondary sniper of some description. But we now just going to completely redo the same situation where he's sniping on this roof and gets sniped. Yeah, this is sort of middle of zone, so it should be relatively hot. Little fight in this little villagey bit. We appear to be playing relatively passive, just sort of sitting up on a roof. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Oh, is that the guy that he killed, or is that just a different person? It's very hard to... oh dear. As I say, it's very hard to control the recoil of the FVR, and especially at that range, and it does not look like this guy can do that. Right. Let's see how he pushes up these stairs. Okay. Yeah, he chooses to use the second stairwell. I don't like how he's going up the stairs, because he's sliding round to be able to see up the stairs quicker, but he's sliding around and then looking back rather slowly, so he's actually like revealing himself before he actually looks behind him. So if there was a person at the top of the stairs, they'd be able to take him out whilst he's sliding. Right. Is he going to get taken out as he comes up here? Or is that guy jumped off? Right. I mean, he already looted this, so I assume he knows that there's not very much. That was a nice kill. Maybe should have been aimed down sights as he came down the ladder, as he knew that there was a guy in this area. But, I mean, he wins it out, mainly because of the FVR and it being very good. Right. Yeah, just the Milano. Okay, so this guy has 2 kills. Lots of little red dots on the minimap. Cargo trucks. All that fun stuff. Is he going to try and take a pot shot at someone? Yep. Is he going to push them? He seems to like pushing people. Yep. Just about made it across the roofs. If he had dead silence, this would be such an easy kill. Yeah, in terms of this guy's movement, he again just seems to be sprinting. Not any slide cancelling or anything more technical like that. No jumping or either. Very risky to go upstairs or ladders like that, especially when someone could be on the roof. The guy below him should have heard him. Yeah, definitely heard him now. Sliding makes a lot of noise. Right. Missed the door slightly. Not quite sure what this would do. Those deployable seals don't seem to be very easy to deploy. Right. That was a loadout drop, was it? Yes. Oh, wow. This might be a very easy kill for this guy. Would be aiming a little bit higher, because that guy is probably gonna... Oh, he's on the ladder. Oh, he's on the ladder. He didn't see him. He's gonna get killed. He's on the ladder. What is he doing? He didn't spot the guy on the ladder. That guy was slightly clueless. I mean, all he had to do was just wait for the guy to come up the ladder and take him out, or just shoot him whilst he was on the ladder. He just didn't spot his head for some reason. That sounds like some sliding. Right, this guy has an FVR and an AUG or a car would be my guess, but from the sounds of it, we could already hear him sliding, and the loadout's pretty sweaty anyway, so you'd assume he's got decent movement. Right. Why? Why does everyone use these stupid shields? If anything, that lets the person come up the ladder more easily, because it gives them cover to come up. Maybe he's going to camp on this roof. This isn't a great roof, because you can't see over any of the walls to get sniped. Oh no, that's different. Stoner. That's a very different secondary. I mean, there's slight nerf to the AUG, but I mean, it's still very much usable. But I do like to see a slightly different gun. I do quite like the LMGs. Oh, it's a love heart. I am not the person that you killed. I think he's probably waiting out his contract getting hunted. I mean, it's a nice thing to do it on a roof. There's only 2 ways up to him, so if a guy does push him, he knows exactly where they're going to be coming from. If he's just going to sit up on this roof, I'll probably just join back once some action happens. This guy didn't wait on the roof until his contract was finished. He wants to go get his loadout. I think there are a couple of loadout drops here. There's quite a lot of vehicles here as well, so that means there's probably someone in here. Maybe you want to use your heartbeat sensor. Yep, there we go. 50 meters, so that's the other side of the building. I probably would have gone inside, maybe gone up a layer, and then shot this person through a window. Oh, you see him? Stoner mounted, maybe? Oh, took a little bit long there to get around. This is going to be an easy elimination. Jump around the corner. Not quite. Yeah, there. He jumped around the corner, obviously, but didn't sort of keep his momentum with a second jump, which is nice, which makes it harder for the enemy to track you. That guy hadn't plated. Nice free kill. Yeah, so as you jump around a corner, one jump, it makes it a little bit hard for your enemy to track you, but if you jump, and then jump, keeping your momentum, it makes it a lot harder for them to be able to track you, because your momentum makes you sort of fly slightly longer through the air, and makes you a much harder target to hit. Right, fully reloaded. Let's get up on the roof. Needs to get some more ammo, though. He was a little bit worried. Right, second loadout here. That guy's loadout, the guy he killed was probably the loadout that's there, so he shouldn't be too worried. Maybe that guy will fly in if he wins the gulag, because at the moment there's Mo gulags, Mo problem, is it? And just every time you die, if you win your gulag, you'll come back, and every time you die in the game, you'll still get another gulag. Up until, what, 3 circles left, was it? Or at the end of the 3rd circle? He decides to go with the ATV, rather, not the ATV, the, what are these things called? I mean, the open vehicle instead of the truck. Obviously, he didn't really want to be using the vehicle. Where does he have to go for this? Right on the edge of downtown. Not great, not an inside one. So, you're pretty vulnerable. For these ones, I do like to have a truck, just because you got a little bit of cover then. Still looting. Again, this guy likes sliding, but does not appear to slide cancel. Just lets you reset your sprint and go, like, move a little bit faster. And it also makes you a lot of a harder target to hit, is if you're bobbing up and down and moving your head. Oh, you see someone. I don't think there was a guy on the roof. That was way too close for it to be on the roof. But yeah, by changing the height of your head, it makes it very hard for people to snipe you. That doesn't look like he's on the building. He's probably in... I'm not sure where he would be. Maybe on one of these roofs. If he takes the zip line up, he should have an angle on that person. Oh no, maybe they are at 13 meters. Here, I'd ping the top of the building to see how far up that actually is. Because he could just be like halfway up the building. Just seems to be ignoring him now. See, there was a little bunny hop. Second jump after the first one. Right. He needs to make sure he's not too transfixed with this guy. Although the contract's going to make it pretty obvious that he's around. But yeah, you don't want to be just looking at one person. Because, yeah, you know there's a person there. But the people that you don't know where they are, who are close by, are more of a danger to you than the guy that you know where they are. Especially if he wasn't like peeking him or anything. Right. I don't know what perks this guy has, sadly, but well, I mean, he has overkill, so he definitely doesn't have ghost. There we go. I hate these, especially when there's an angle from so many high rooftops. He needs to know exactly where his exit plan is. Is he going to peek from the right? No. But yeah, here, you need to know where your exit plan is. So if you do start getting shot, where you can go to get cover. I mean, if he had a sniper there, he would have been able to take out that guy easily because he was not moving very much. Right. Where is the next circle? Yeah, just sort of around train promenade. I wonder if anyone's got foresight. Foresight's a little bit overpowered, especially for the price it is. It's not very expensive. And for ones like this, say if you get told that it's on top of train station, the final zones, if you just get on top of train station, you're going to be sorted for the whole game. Like, for the ones where there's a big height difference or there's only like 1 or 2 buildings in zone, it just gives you a massive advantage. Like, yeah, if it's in a field, it's in a field, and it doesn't... Like, you can't just camp a spot in the field. It's really hard to camp a spot right out in the open. But for ones where there's sort of buildings that you can easily access and give you massive power positions, it's pretty difficult. Right, he's fighting guy. Is he going to try and take the zip up? Pretty dangerous. Either he takes the one inside or outside, but... Let's see. He appears to be going for it. Is he going to go for it? I mean, he might just... He's going to stairs it. I wonder if this zone is going to, like, cut halfway through the stairs. It did for me once. There was one time where I was going up the stairs. I think it's in one of my older videos. And, like, half the stairs were in and half the stairs were out of the gas. and it made it quite difficult because I had to like run through a small amount of the gas every time, and my gas max ran out halfway through. But it was okay. Right, he's going for it. I really hope this guy doesn't get killed, as it's annoying to die to people just camping on top of these buildings. Okay, he's good. 17 meters. Probably crouch walk here. Try and make as little noise as possible. Crouch walk. Ah, well that's unfortunate for that guy. Oh dear. I mean, we know exactly where he is. I mean, we knew that anyway, but... Oh, this is so unfortunate for this guy. That you could see him clipping through. Okay, he had moved. Right, this should be an easy kill for this person. Why is he not aimed down sights? Can you get behind that? Yep. I wonder if that guy's going to flank back around the back a bit, or maybe he's just jumped off the building. Yeah, he jumped off. Oh, you saw him on the floor between the two buildings, I think. That was very odd. He knew exactly where the person is, so he should have just jumped out, done a couple of bunny hops maybe. And because you know exactly where he is, you can see him through the floor, you should be able to just pre-aim him, pre-fire him, and take him out easily. Right. Getting a bit more money. Maybe he's going to go for a UAV or something like that. The guy who he knocked off that building appears to be getting in a fight. And no one on the heartbeat. But again, going back to movement. Yep, gets between the roofs, but he again isn't doing anything particularly impressive, I would say, in terms of movement. Like, there's more that you can do to make it harder for your opponents to hit you, and also to move quicker around the map. Right, guy beneath him. This might be a struggle to get into zone. Should probably have the FFAR out at this range, because you know he's just beneath you. And you have to take this guy out before you can jump off the roof, otherwise you're just going to get lasered. Yep, you saw him. Definitely FVR range, but I mean that works too. Good. Got your thermites back. Tons of money. But yeah, he uses... That was one thing I noticed when he was finishing the kills. He was using both guns, so he has to reload both, which is a little bit, I don't know, inefficient in terms of time. But, I mean, it worked. But yeah, there, definitely FVR. Because if that guy had beamed him with an FAR, because you could hear him walking around the roof, if the guy was looking up and beamed him with an FAR, he would have lost that fight. The stoner's better, sort of in the medium range. But if you're in that kind of distance and the guy hits you with headshots, you're not going to be doing well. Right, Org. Not a great shot. Should be fine. I mean, he really should have got sprayed out of this, especially if that guy had like an FAR or something. He was close enough that he was a pretty easy takedown. Was there a guy around the corner? I think there was a guy around the left side of this building. Yeah, there we go. I think we saw him. Right, plate up. Thank you. So there's a guy just around the front of this building. He did his little jump, but he wasn't really ready to fire or aiming, like pre-aiming or centering where he thought the player might be. Right, you saw him. Made lots of noise. And that's just showing how good the FVR is. He has a slither of health. I found that I die quite a lot because of that. Like, you get into a fight and you like try and jump shot and you accidentally mantle onto something. And I do it a lot because it wrecks like the height at which you're aiming as you mantle onto something, because you think you're like aiming at the head and you mantle up, so your whole body's higher than you think it should be. And then you're like centered above the head and you have to pull the aim down and they're just taking you out before you can do anything. Right, what are we saying? Couple of people. One person on the edge zone, that was probably the guy that was lasering him. And another person on hospital, is that? Yeah, by hospital. Annoyingly, this zone hasn't cleared out people from hospital, so people could still be camping in these buildings. To the next zone, there'll probably be some easy kills up in this area, as everyone's going to be forced out of their buildings. Right, he is pushing this one. If I were him, probably would have gone up the building to his left, instead of just pushing straight into this, as this guy's definitely on the roof. He does have dead silence though, so this should be a really easy elimination. Just pop dead silence, sprint up the stairs and take this guy out. Make sure you don't break any glass. Oh. Probably still check your heartbeat sensor, because there might still be a guy on the roof. I mean, there might not be, but I still would have checked it, because I'm not sure that was the guy. Oh yeah, it was. Okay. Because it could have been, I suppose if there was a guy ghosted, it wouldn't have been a heartbeat sensor anyway, so yeah, that had to be the guy. It's just the distance on the heartbeat sensor seemed to be a bit shorter than that guy was in terms of how close he was. I thought he was on the roof, but yeah, obviously not. Right. This guy right in the edge zone here should be an easy elimination. How long's left? 50 seconds. If he wanted to, just rotate up here, and this guy, as he pushes out of hospital, would be an easy kill. He seems to want to go for this. All right. There was another person in the promenade. I was going to get another UAV anyway. Tons of money. Here, he definitely should have just bought a second UAV. Oh, nice kill. Might be in trouble. Nice to take him out. Yeah, that was not a good stun grenade. Yeah, here, definitely should have just bought a second UAV. As he could carry it easily. Little side there. If you're running up to a buy station, if you slide just as you reach it, and you can slide past it whilst activating it, and it means that you're going to be moving for the most time whilst you're buying it, right? Managed to get out of there, plate up. I mean, I don't quite get why he got out to re-engage this fight. I mean, once he was around the corner, he was safe. So, heartbeat sensor, UAV, something like that. You see, he does know how to bunny hop. That's the problem, though. It's very easy to know how to bunny hop and do stuff like that. But to actually remember to do it during fights when it's a bit more stressful is a bit more difficult. Right. Definitely think he should burn his UAV, because if he gets this kill, he's going to have enough money to buy another one. And he has a heartbeat sensor. Okay, there we go. Mount on the building to your right. Because, yeah, that guy was always going to be able to get back into cover by the time that you take him out because of the recoil of the thing. But if he was mounted, he could well have been able to hit multiple headshots to take him out quicker. Right. Yeah. This guy's going to be forced off the building. So if I were this guy, I would have, like the person was spectating, would have looped around the front of the building. And then as he jumped off, he would have been able to laser him. Yeah, there we go. That guy going to check. You can jump off without parachuting, so it's not as bad for this person on the roof. Yeah. Managed to get cover, though. Yeah. Got caught out with your throwables. Always a massive problem. But, I mean, what were those going to do anyway? He's just run around them very easily, so just a really bad play by that guy. Right, let's see what this person is like. Right, Org, FFAR, I think he had. Plenty of money. Oh no, Org had Mac 10. So this guy will be winning fights, really close range. So. And if he can control the recoil, he'll be doing great. Right, he's got a UAV. Love heart. Again, not the person that he killed. What are we saying? Oh. Yep. People with foresight are just going to be in these buildings, aren't they? The problem with these buildings is none of them really have nice roofs in terms of ones that you could tactically camp on. He has got a UAV. Probably would pop the UAV on your rotation, as that's the most dangerous time, so the more information you can get, the better. Yeah, a couple of little bunny hops. No slide cancelling again, though. No one seems to slide cancel. The thing is, this thing that you see, like, any YouTube videos you watch, everyone slide cancels all the time, but you see here how many people don't actually use it. Has a heartbeat sensor, probably should use it as he pops in. And as he's entering this building, he's not been looking at a single place where a person could be. Like, if there was someone up at the top of the stairs, or even just by the door as he came in, they would have been able to take him out easily because he wasn't aimed at where they could be. As you enter buildings, you always want to be thinking, oh, where might an enemy be? The most likely place an enemy might be as I come into this building. And then aim in that direction. Not like ADS, but aim your crosses in that direction. So if you do happen to run into someone, you can just aim down sight and spray them down instantly rather than having to flick onto them where they'll already probably have taken you out before you can even get your aim onto them. Right. He's got his UAV. Got a little bit of a gas mask. Got a couple of dead silencers. I don't like this house in terms of holding it. Right, there we go. No, that guy's going to be... Okay, there. Be an easy kill now. Oh dear. I know we're not focusing this video on accuracy, but a lot of these players could do with some shooting training. Right, it should be an easy kill. Reload whilst he's in cover. You see his little head. Yeah, definitely reload here. Thank you. And there's another guy pushing his building. Yep, there's a guy pushing stairs. He's going to get shot up. This guy's... Oh. Yeah, there we go. He just did not hear the guy. Just make sure you listen. He just tunnel visioned on that person. And I mean, sitting in the window makes you pretty easy snipe anyway. But, yeah, just need to listen a bit more. Right. 7 kills on this person. I wonder if this was the guy who was sort of team firing the person on the edge of zone. How are we looking for zone? Oh, none of these buildings are actually in. So yeah, someone who's up here. You're doing well. Is that a fire station? Right. FAR, probably an org. There was a dead silence on the body or down low, so probably pop that, and this would be a really easy elimination. I think the problem here is that that guy could have popped up over the wall at any point. Like, you can jump over the wall to his left, so he has to be careful, as he could have just got snuck up on very easily. Armor plate box, yeah. At this point, I probably would grab stuns and also the grenades that were on that body, because the heartbeat sensor at this point isn't actually that useful. Also, we don't think he picked up the UAV off the guy that we were spectating. Ah, look, slide cancel time. I mean, especially in this situation where small circle and there's a fairly large amount of people in this little area. Slide cancelling just to make it a little bit harder for your opponent to hit you. Makes sense. Right, sniper in the window. Obviously saw it. Oh, he's got a car, not an AUG. Yeah. Here, there, he just did the exact same peek 4 times in a row, 3 times in a row, making it very easy for him to get sniped. There, he should have just let the gas hit him a little bit first. Hit plate up in the gas. Because he has a gas mask. He's going to be in real trouble here, especially if someone's gatekeeping the edge of zone. Right, someone get run over in the field. Plate up. Here we go. A little bit of cover. 2 vehicles. This guy's going to be struggling here, especially with no explosives. Yep. The guy from the house snuck up behind him. Yeah, there. You can remember you can play in the gas for a little bit, especially if you have a gas mask. Like, you can plate up and don't panic if the gas hits you, because you do have a little bit of time. I wonder if that guy managed to get in. Yeah, just about. Oh, the AS valve. That's different. Unfortunately, was not paying attention very well. And that guy got sniped, the guy that took him out. This is not a nice circle, especially if someone has foresight, they're easily going to win this, or the vehicle's going to win it. Who are you popping into? Hopefully not the vehicle. It's a bit boring. Hopefully the guy who's had foresight in this building. 3 players left. 1 here, probably 1 in these buildings and probably 1 here. Ah, the guy in the vehicle, 11 kills. Has got a UAV as well. I mean, trucks are just so ridiculous. It's, of course, there's ways to deal with them, but there just shouldn't be. Personally, I don't think they need massive nerfs. I think in solo, if they literally just took out all the windows of the truck and just made it a little bit easy to shoot people out of them, then there's a much higher risk to reward ratio that, yeah, you've got this big armor truck, but if someone's accurate, you can get lasered out of the windows rather than being, like, armored. Right, what's this guy's plan? Don't actually know what weapons he has. Okay, 2 vehicles. I assume 2 vehicles and 1 guy in the house. Yeah. Right, what are we saying? Both are on the edge of the house. This guy is sort of playing very passively. Here, yeah, I was going to say I would get out and use the vehicle as cover and just laser the guys as they're forced out of the house. Yeah, use the hill as cover. This should be in. This guy should win easily. Going to be jumping out the top window, I assume. Aim down sights, you know they're going to be coming. Yep, AUG, good distance. Oh, you see here, he's just got himself in a really bad situation there, that he didn't have any cover. He needed to use his truck as cover first. And if that guy had been slightly more accurate, could have easily taken him out. So yeah, remember, you always need cover, even if you think that the guy is going to have to get forced into you by the gas. They don't have to be, especially if they're gas mask, and he just made the perfect gas mask lay there. And if he had been a little bit more accurate, would have won that game. That would have been pretty embarrassing for this guy who had the perfect positioning. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.